What's up guys, it's Bye here with another Rise of Kingdoms video. Let's talk about the new changes in Ark of Osiris today. And most of you guys already know, I am a big fan of KvK and Ark of Osiris. These are the two things that keep me playing this game. So with the most recent update, there are some changes to the Ark of Osiris skill system. So let's go and take a look at some of the changes that I think will change the meta for future Ark of Osiris matches. So let's go to the skill system here. And I think two of the skills that a lot of people are talking about right now are Hard Push and Relentless Sieges. So this is a skill description after the update. Hard Push, this skill effect lasts for 10 minutes. Upon victory, the time required to occupy the structure is reduced by 60 seconds. Does not stack. When your alliance launch a rally attack, march speed for the rally is increased by 50% and damage is increased by 20%. The next one is Relentless Sieges. This skill effect lasts for 10 minutes. Upon victory, the time required to occupy structure is reduced by 60 seconds. Does not stack as well. When your alliance launch a rally attack, the rally counter attack damage is increased by 50%. So let's look at the old skill. So the old skill, it's a this skill effect only lasts 5 minutes, and the time reduced for capturing the structure is only 30 seconds. And there is no damage bonuses. Same go for Relentless Sieges here. The skill duration only 5 minutes, and the time to occupy structure is reduced by 60 seconds. Okay, so this one doesn't get reduced, but there is no damage increase for Relentless Sieges. So let's go back into the new skills right here. So like the time for like the duration for this skill are double. It's go from 5 minutes previously to 10 minutes. Also double the time it reduced to capture the building from 30 seconds to 60 seconds for hard push as well. And this skill now giving damage bonus to the rally. Hard push getting 20% damage increase, and Relentless Siege getting 50% counter attack damage increase, which is a lot. So like for Relentless Siege, it's like 50% counter attack damage bonus can work very well against swarming. So if you rally with some like squishy archer commanders before, they aren't so squishy anymore because people gonna take huge damage if they try to swarm down the rally now. And the counter attack damage also work on the structure as well, because when you're attacking on the structure, it's taking normal attack and counter attack damage. So it does increase the damage you deal to the structure as well. For hard push, with 20% damage increase, it can definitely take the building down slightly faster than Relentless Siege if you are using commander with high skill damage. If you use a theater for rallying, a Relentless Siege will work better in terms of damage. So if you can only pick one skill, pick the ones that benefit most of your rally leader. Let's say if your alliance using a lot of a theater for rallying, definitely go with Relentless Siege there. But if your alliance running a lot of like Prince Edward, YSG, Ramsey, like Archer rally, definitely go with a hard push there if you can only pick one. But I strongly recommend you guys to pick both skill here. I think these two skills gonna make a huge difference in your strategy. So these are like a huge bonuses. Like if some teams they used to have a tear down before. So before tear down, like increase attack of your alliance troop and attacking a specified structure by 80% for 5 minutes only, and it's only working on one structure. But now the same 3 energy, you can have a audio rally damage increase by hard push damage increase 20%, Relentless Siege counter attack damage increase 50%, like audio rally. So you can either rally on the enemy structure or you can rally on your own structure by let's say you lose a structure and you try to retake it back. You can also rally it back, and your rally is gonna gain that 50% damage increase, and it's gonna make it much easier for you to retake the structure. But at the same time, it's gonna be much harder for people to defend a structure from the other side. So let's say you let's say you're capturing a desert altar from the enemy. It's gonna be a lot harder for you to defend the structure now because of this skill. The rally is gonna have a very high damage, and if you want to hold the structure, you definitely have to send a lot more marches up there to help defending, reinforcing the structure. Otherwise, it's gonna go down. So the game is now hugely favor on rally leader and lowers the importance of garrison captains based on the two skill. Like, so I think most of the teams will definitely take like advantages of the two skill. And like if you don't have people protecting the structure now, like our 1 versus 1 will definitely be in favor of the teams that is rallying. And if the team they have either Relentless Siege or Hard Push activated, which I think will most likely be the case. I think most of the team gonna be using the two skill all the time. You can probably cast the two skill back to back, depend on the skill cooldown. But I think I honestly don't think they have a more than 20 minutes cooldown here. So like if they have a 10 minutes cooldown, you can just stick with one skill. If they have a 20 minutes cooldown, you can definitely use both skills there. And also picking the skill depend on your rally leader as well. Something you can like optimize as well. Let's say when you casting Relentless Siege, try to launch more artillery rally, and when you like casting Hard Push, you can definitely try multiple different type of rally there. So that is something for you to keep in mind. So what benefit do the two skill brings? Number one, much higher chance of capturing the structures. Two is regenerate poise faster. If you have Eyes of the two skill activated and you can capture one enemy altar for at least 3 minutes, you will now gain that additional 150 poise. And if you get 2 altar from the enemy, it's gonna be 200 poise there per minute. Because the time it reduced is now 60 seconds. So 1 minute, you get 150 poise every minute, right? Let me double check here on altar. So altar, you get 150 poise per minute. And for shrine, you get 80 poise per minute there. So if you can manage to capture all 4 of the enemy structure for just like at least 3 minutes there, so that gonna be 150, 230, 460. 460 poise there additional right there from just being able to capture the enemy structure for at least 3 minutes. So 2 minutes for you to capture it, and 1 minute for you to generate the point. So if you cannot manage to capture the enemy building for more than 3 minutes, this skill doesn't benefit you a lot. So that is something for you to keep in mind. And it also gave you a much higher chance of retaking the structure as well. And you might not need a lot of people storming it down. So that is something for you to keep in mind. It's easier for you to take the structure, but it's also easier for the enemy team take the structure as well. So it works both ways. It's not like, hey, it only works for you and it doesn't work for the enemy unless they do not use the skill. But I think most teams gonna be using this skill very often. So do I think there will be a huge meta change in future Ark of Osiris? Definitely yes. You will see the two skill being used a lot more often in Ark, I believe. I think they are like a must-have skill for any team. Like for any team, doesn't matter. Even if your team like middle focus, I think these two skill could benefit you a lot as well, because most of like middle team focus, you're often losing on the structure. This skill can help you regain back the structure faster, and you don't even need a lot of people to be there to regain back the structure, right? So it definitely work for like a team that focus heavily in the middle, as well as teams that already focusing heavily in the building game. So like will there be a big change in the middle compared to last season? So like last season we see a lot of team focusing in the middle, right? So Ark was a big factor deciding on which team going to win in the last season. I would say no. Like I would say like if both teams use the skill, right? If both of the team use the two skill, it balance out, right? So no, I wouldn't say any team have advantages over any team there. Like if both team using the two skill, so uh so like it balance out, and I think Ark will still be like a huge deciding factor for any match, unless there is like one team not using the skill and the other team have the skill activated, then it's you gotta see like a huge difference in terms of like which team has more like capture point. Like the team that have a Z2 skill activated most of the time will have a much higher capture point there. However, like I do believe that if a team focus heavily on structure, they can now have a much higher chance of winning without the need for capturing any arc. Just because of the additional points you gain from capturing the enemy structure, as well as it gives you higher chance of like capturing the enemy structure. So if your team already focus on like building, if you have these two skill running as well, you gonna gain a lot more, like a lot more points for capturing point, like building capture points. Like last season we seen like team heavily focused in the middle game. Like some team even let some of their structure go down just so they can go to the middle, or even like some team may even go to the middle super early so that they can make a big murder ball in the middle. But like I definitely think that strategy will not work anymore. As now like you need to balance out the structure and arc. Like if you send your marches super early to the center now, you got suffer a lot in terms of building capture points. So yeah guys, so this is what I think about the two new skill here that I think that got greatly impact on the strategy for future Ark of Osiris. There are some other change in the skill as well. We got sneaky tactics. It got the duration increase from 90 seconds to 120 seconds, and it also has that damage increase there. But it costs like five energies there. So it can, I would say, like a very situational skill. So I don't think it's gonna affect too much. But and I think like for your team to be like to be able to use this skill, you're gonna need a lot of practice, I would say. So it's gonna require a lot of commitments. Heaven Grace, previously it healed all ally troops for 15,000 instantly, but now it only healing slide wounded unit factor for 1,000 for 20 seconds. So you can heal for 20 seconds, you heal 20,000, but it's over 20 seconds. And I think this is like a nerf. I would definitely prefer the previous skill better than this skill here, especially for fighting at the center, because like getting back 15,000 healing, getting that 15,000 healing right away when you are losing is definitely gonna help you a lot more than getting 1,000 for the next 20 seconds. So I definitely think Heaven Grace is a nerf, but the buff definitely Relentless Siege and Hard Push there. And I think we gonna see a lot of team. I would say probably gonna be like all the team probably gonna be using the two skill, especially now with Divide 8 being removed from the skill system. You now having that actual one skill slot there, so you can definitely fit in one either Hard Push or Relentless Siege as definitely. And some team you might want to like giving up another skill just to adding in that additional skill here so that you can have both Hard Push and Relentless Siege running at the same like at all time back to back. So this is what I think about the new changes in the skill system for Ark of Osiris. Let me know in the comment if you guys agree or disagree with what I'm thinking. And thanks again for watching the video, guys.